Kane, the entertainment editor of the Herald and Review, and I'm at my desk. It's the end of August, it's the beginning of September, and in Decatur, it seems like people have already been in school for a month. And it doesn't matter how long I've been here almost a quarter century now, and I'm just back from a vacation in Minnesota where it is literally a state law that public high schools cannot start until after Labor Day. And I didn't realize that this was actually a law, but a friend of mine told me it was. We were always told when I was in school, when I was going to school there, that it was a law, that in Minnesota school could not start until after Labor Day. But I thought it was one of those things where people say, "Oh, it's a law," and the joke, "Oh, it's a law, you can't do that." Jaywalking, it's against the law, you can't do that. Well, everybody does. But apparently this is one that they actually hold to pretty regularly. The other thing that dovetailed with going back to school for me when I was growing up in Minnesota was that was always about the time that the fall season of television started. Sometime in early and mid-September, usually around my birthday. My birthday's in the middle of September, and there'd be this whole new series of shows. Well, that's changed a lot too. There are going to be some new shows that we'll be seeing in the next couple of weeks, but there are also going to be shows that aren't going to debut until January. And this is TV doing wise things and things that make sense. Still remember reading about 5 years ago a television executive saying, "I don't understand why we do this, or why we throw out 30, 40 programs and expect people to sample them and come to us, and that's when we make all our decisions, because it's not done that way in the movies. The movies, you might have 2, 3, 4 movies come out a week. People make their choices that way, but your odds are much better if you're looking to get 1 or 2 out of 4 than 1 or 2 out of 20. So what television has done they've split up their seasons. You'll go long time without certain programs on the air. How long was it was it a year and a half before the final season of The Sopranos showed up? You'll have mid-season replacements that aren't mid-season replacements. They're actually intended to go on in January. Now, all of this may or may not help with television viewing. By all accounts, viewership is down, viewership is fragmented. And the issue that television finds itself facing is people have really wildly adopted time shifting. You can watch something on TiVo, you can watch it on Hulu, you can watch it on YouTube if somebody's bootlegging things, you can torrent something, you can watch it on demand. So as these shows are being watched and the audiences are being tracked by Nielsen, you really have no idea how big the audience is. And that's an issue for television. They're chasing smaller and smaller audiences, and each person becomes more and more important in that. But trying to track how each person watches and trying to deliver it in the way that each person wants becomes more and more interesting for television. All things considered, I think I'd rather be going to school right now than thinking about that. I'm Tim Kane, the entertainment editor at the Herald and Review, and I'm at my desk.